Hello everyone, this is Olivia back with Crafting with Ollie, and this afternoon I'm going to be creating a dragonfly. And I've already made one, but this one I used a wire hanger and a leg from a table. So I wanted to make another one using other materials that you all could have in hand. So this time I'm going to be making one using the Dollar Tree um, light, solar light, a whisk. Um, I went ahead and took off these already. I need to take one more off for the antennas. And I've already started on the wings. As you take off these, what I did is I taped the ends to keep it together. And the next thing I did was I covered the wings with this material. I'm going to be doing that right now to show you how I did that with these two wings. And the material I bought at Walmart, when I saw it, it kind of resembled to me like the veins of the wings. That's why I kind of liked it. So I went ahead and got this material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece off to cover these two wires. And again, I got these wires from the whisk that I also bought at Dollar Tree. I got it for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Alright, I'm going to cut a little rectangle, and let me go ahead and put this. I'm gonna cut two pieces of rectangle the size of this. I kind of more or less estimate how big I need it, and I think that's about a good size right here up to there. And this material is very flimsy and really easy to slide off, and it's really see-through also. You can see, I don't know if y'all can see how much you can see through that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut another piece for the other wing. I don't know what the name of this material is, but I bought it at Walmart. It comes in a little packet. I don't know, it's like a leftover material that they didn't sell. And I got it for, that little bundle was like for $4. Just cutting off this part that has a little fringe there at the end. Alright, so let me show you how I glued that fabric onto this. This wire whisk already has like this little black rubber on it. I didn't take it off. I went ahead and just left it on. But this is how I do that, to glue it on. With the hot glue, hold on, let me just round the corners on this. It'll be a lot easier if you just round the corners of the material. Come down a little bit. It'll be easier if you round off the corners. Come. Okay. Alright, so I kind of rounded that up here. So I place the wire whisk above this, like that on top. And now I'm going to grab my glue gun, and I'm going to, I need some glue stick. I'm going to put some glue above the wire whisk. Then I just grab the material and I push it down onto the glue like this. I will be cutting off that excess material that's sticking out, but for now it's okay. Okay, I went ahead and glued that down. Now I'm going to continue with the rest of this little wire here, and go ahead and bring it over. I thought the hot glue was going to melt that rubber that's on the wire whisk on it, but it didn't. It didn't really do anything to it. I'm going to do the other side. And at the end, I'm just going to fold it down. I'm just going to cut this a little bit too much, but I'll just cut that off. Let me go ahead and trim off the excess material that's left over here. So all I'm doing right now is just cutting off this extra material that was left when I folded it over onto the whisk, that wire whisk. Making sure I don't cut off the bottom part, the part that you want to keep there. Just gotta be careful when you're cutting it around. There. Okay. So, like I said, this part I'm just going to fold it over this at the end. Put a little bit of glue here and just flip it over. Okay, and there you have another wing. Go ahead and do the fourth wing. Do the same procedure again. I'm going to put the material down and put the wire on top of it, and round the corner. And I also kind of like make it more narrow over here in on this end. Just kind of like following the shape of that. I don't like to cut too much, because what if you cut too much, then you're not going to be able to wrap it around that wire. So it's kind of just more or less the shape you want. And you grab some glue again, and I always start at the top, the curve right there. Grab the material and just bring it on over, and then it sticks real easy like that to it. Okay, make sure you lift it so it doesn't get stuck to your mat. Almost one more side, and then I'll be done with this. Ouch. Ah, that burned. Can't go through a day without having a little burn on your fingers like that. It's okay. It doesn't look like it's gonna blister. I'm gonna cut that off. This. And let me go ahead and cut off the excess that is left over. And I guess any material you have, you could use. I just like this one because it's kind of see-through. That's why I used it. But any other material would be fine for the wings. The color that you like, it's up to you. The colors that you like using. All right, the next part I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and take off the little. I'm going to connect the two wings together, and I'm going to be using the strips of material that I'm going to wrap around this. And this material actually is a t-shirt. Let me go ahead and get it over here. I bought this t-shirt at Walmart, and I liked it because I liked this turquoise color, and all I did was just start cutting strips across. That's how I got these little strips from. That's what I used on the big one. And I'm going to combine the two wings with this. And I'm just going to wrap it around. The wings, that's how I'm going to connect the two wings together. And then from here, I'm going to wrap that material I had on the wing onto that by crisscrossing it. That'll keep it on here. And then at the back, I just go ahead and make a knot. And that's how I'm going to keep the wing on this solar light. Okay, that's how I did this one. I'm going to do the same thing with the other two wings. All I did was grab one of the piece of materials that I had pre-cut, and I just start wrapping it around so that'll keep the two wings together. And then with the leftover material, I come back over here and I'm going to wrap it onto the stick of this solar light. On this one, I was thinking I might have, if it doesn't stay on this part right here, I could just put a little bit of glue and it'll stay here. So that'll help it stay there a little bit better. Let me go ahead and do that. Just put a little bit of glue here. So that goes this way, this backwards. And I'm going to tie it back here again, just like I did the top one. And these little from the knot that I made. You don't have to cut those off, because when you come back and you start wrapping the rest of this stick with that material, you can cover that up. Okay, and that is so far how it's going to be looking. And I've got a couple of pieces here of material, and I'm going to start wrapping it onto the rest of the stick. All I'm doing is just twisting it around, twisting it, and as you can see, I am covering up the material that was sticking up. I'm covering it up with this, so it's not gonna show. And notice how I didn't even glue, I just started wrapping it and it stays. On the other one, the big one that I used, I did glue here and there. I didn't really use that much glue. Like this part right here, I see that it's gonna stick up like that. I can go ahead and put some glue there and push it down. So it doesn't stick up. But okay, I'm over here at this end over here. Again, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this piece right here that I just finished wrapping, just so that it can hold it in place right here. Just make sure that your wings are, you can fix them afterwards after you're done with this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start with another piece of this material to continue wrapping this. The wings look a little bit lopsided right now, but it's okay. After we finish wrapping it all, we can fix that. That won't be a problem. If you are liking my craft, I would appreciate it if you all could subscribe, and of course hit like on this video. That would be much appreciated. You can do that for me, please. And I'm almost done here wrapping up this last bit of the dragonfly here. All I need to do is a little bit on the head, and I'm almost finished. This is a quick little craft. Hopefully that you all can see. Maybe you can try it and make your own little dragonfly. I've been seeing a lot of people doing different dragonflies different ways, and I just think about what I like to do, and I think my way of how can I do it, how can I put one together. And like I just showed you a while ago, I did one using the table leg of an old a little small end table. And then I decided I wanted to make one using this little light here, solar light. Okay, at the end, I'm just putting a little bit of glue to finish up that. I'm just trying to straighten up the wings a little bit. And for the top now, I need to get a wire whisk. I need to pull out so I can use it for the antennas. Let me just go ahead and pull one of these out real quick. It's kind of like have to keep twisting it until it comes out.
One.
All right, it took me a while to take that wire out, but I did it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the bottom here. I looped it just like I did with the wings over here a while ago, but I'm just gonna put some tape to hold these two ends together, and I'm just using regular Scotch tape, and I'm just wrapping it around here to make the two ends stick together. Okay, and now I take my wire cutter and I'm going to snip it right in the middle, so that creates the antennae for my Dragonfly. And I'm going to attach it in the back here, using one of these little wrap strips of material. I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of glue, hot glue, to get it started, just so it can hold that material down onto the antennas. And I'm going to wrap it here so it'll match. This blue the head will match the body also. I didn't want it, the head not to match the body. And just be careful not to cover the top, because you can use, when you hang it outside, you can use this and it'll turn on at night. You'll have a little solar Dragonfly. Okay, so up at the end here, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue so that it'll stay there. And now I'm going to put some little pom-poms for the eyes. I've got these little small ones. Well, actually, I think these are too big. That's the size I used for the big one, but I got smaller ones. So I'm gonna use these little ones. I'm gonna put them up here at the top for the eyes. Put one here and one over here. And those will be the eyes. And then the antenna, you can do a little, like, curl the antennas a little bit, so it'll show how the antennas kind of like curl up a little. There. Okay. See, I just did a little curl on the antennas. You can do. Let me just do it a little bit more. A little small. Here you have the Dragonfly. Just straightening out the wings. And oh yes, I need to put like a little hook back here on the back. I'm just gonna use some jute string. Just cut off a little piece of jute. Make a knot in the bottom. That way you can hang it out on the wall outside or on the fence, depending on where you want to put it. And I'm just going to glue this little back here, this little loop, and that will be your how to hold it. On the big one, I went ahead and I had to use a staple gun, because this is wood and it's very heavy. So I went ahead and put a staple on there so the hook can stay on. And I'm just gonna make sure this dries up before I even hook it up. I wouldn't want it to fall down. Okay, so this is my craft for today, the Dragonfly out of the wire whisk from Dollar Tree and the solar light. And I bet you when you put this outside, you will see how it lights up at night. And I'll be taking some pictures and posting them on my Facebook page. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, Crafting with Ollie on Facebook, you will see some of these pictures. Thank you for being with me for this little short craft, and I hope you liked it. Subscribe and like, please. Thank you. This is Olivia, Crafting with Ollie. Bye bye.